When people talk about expanded access programs, the immediate focus is on urgency, getting patients access to life-saving drugs quickly. While this is the most important aspect, from a regulatory lens, urgency only works if compliance is built into the program, which in turn forms the bedrock of a successful client-vendor relationship. At WEP, we find that a successful client-vendor relationship in EAPs from a regulatory lens comes down to three things. Firstly, providing accurate country-specific regulatory intelligence. The unlicensed space is varied and can be unnerving, which is why a vendor that understands the requirements is critical. Secondly, applying the regulatory intelligence in a program setting that is bespoke to the client's and program's needs. Because it's not just about showing what is possible, but also what is possible for your program, for this drug in this situation. And lastly, informed decision-making based on regulatory guidance and context, because ultimately the client holds the final say in terms of critical decisions, but they need to feel reassured in the guidance and direction provided to them by their EAP vendor. This is where WEP can add real value. We help our sponsors by translating regulatory requirements, intelligence, into workable regulatory strategies. We actively bring the client along in the journey so they understand the why, the how, and the when, while staying engaged and informed. Because expanded access programs deliver critical medicines to patients who cannot afford to wait, we are often balancing regulations with practical realities. This requires us to be agile, creative problem solvers that think outside the box, who can act expeditiously and stay ahead of the ever-evolving regulatory landscape while maintaining the core compliance. And when things get complicated, which they often do in the unlicensed space, we provide practical advice that helps the client understand their options, the risks, the mitigation strategies, thereby ensuring they feel informed and reassured in the decisions that are needed to maintain compliance. And we often see that an engaged client who feels confident in the services of their vendor can help make clear decisions that will ultimately keep the program moving and meet the program objectives.